Hey my friends, today is April 1st, 2025, and I'm out here picking longleaf pine needles today. And why am I out here picking longleaf pine needles today? Well, I sold some today. Today I sold 5 pounds of longleaf pine needles, which I sold one, one 3.5 pound order and one 1.5 pound order. So what I sold was equal to around $110 in my pocket, and the gross amount would be around $150. So I made $110 today with longleaf pine needles, selling 5 pounds. And I'm out here picking, and what I picked, let me show you what I picked, guys. What's in my hand right here, this in my hand is a $13 roll. In my pocket, this would be 13. The gross amount for this roll would be around 18, but it's an 8-ounce roll. So what I would make after sales tax and shipping, I'd make around $13 and change with this one little roll here. And I'm going to show you what I have in the bags, you guys. And I'm going to put this in one of the bags first, and I'm going to show you. Now this one bag here is roughly right around 3 pounds. And this bag over here, it has a lot more in it. It's hard to see, I know. It has 5 pounds. And the total amount I have between two of these bags is roughly 8 pounds, a little more than 8 pounds. So the gross amount, what I could sell these for right here, I could sell these right here for roughly around $200, because I get, for an 18-ounce order, I get $41. And this is a little over 8 pounds. So this would be roughly 7 1-pound orders with extra. So it would come out to around $200 if you do the math in my pocket. Now the gross amount for this would be around $280, $300. Close to $300, because $41 a pound times 7 pounds would be 287, plus the little extra would be an extra 13 or something. It would bring it up to around $300. So this is around or close to $300 worth of longleaf pine needles. And guys, I've been out here for a while, for almost 4 hours picking, and I'm really struggling to find fresh ones, because a lot of them are dried up. Now the other day I came out and picked, and I picked fast because of the rain. And when it rains, it's good, because the fresh ones come right out of the trees. But like the next day, it don't rain, and they dry up pretty quick. And this is right around that time of the year where they get a little scarce. And a couple weeks from now, it'll get better. But right now I'm struggling. It's taking me a little longer to pick than it normally takes me. But I came in an area where the longleaf pine needles are very abundant. And I picked a lot of them, and I spent a lot of time here picking them. And you can see on the ground here, they're all over the ground. They're very abundant. And I'm going to show you one longleaf pine needle. And one longleaf pine needle is 3 and 1. And I know it's hard to see in the sun. See the 3 needles? And they're on that one little bud. And that needle right there is probably around 15 inches long. And that's what I've basically been picking here, a lot of 15-inch. There's a lot of them here. It's taking me time to pick them, because there's a lot of short ones in here too, and I got to pick through them. Because what I do, guys, is I'm only looking for 13 and 20-inch needles. And all short ones, I throw them back. I don't pick them, I don't want them. My customers, I kind of more or less pledge to my customers, I'll give them 11 inches or more in length. And I strive to get longleaf pine needles that are between 13 and 20 inches. And I average longleaf pine needles that are about 20 inches long. I mean, not 20 inches long, sorry. I average around between 15 and 20 inch. And 90% of my needles are close to 15 inches. So, and people like that. They weave baskets, they make things, and the things they make, they sell. And the people, the things they sell, they make good money. They make phenomenal money. And I've been doing this for 5 years. And if I pick what I sell in a week, put it this way, I'll sell 20 to 25 pounds a week. I'll sell 100 pounds a month. So I'm out here every other day. I'm picking throughout the year. And I have to keep up with that 25 pounds a week to keep my customers satisfied. And they're all weeks that I have sold 50 pounds. And they're all weeks that I have sold 5 pounds. So it fluctuates. But the month overall, it averages out to 100 pounds a month. And because I've been doing this for 5 years, I have a large clientele, a large customer base. I have people that have been coming to me over and over. And I have people that came to me since I started 5 years ago. And these get mailed out all over the United States. I mail these to California. I mail them to Oregon. I mail them up to Maine. I mail them down to Florida. I mail them out to Texas. I mail them to New Mexico. I mail them to Nevada. They go everywhere. There's a lot of people that do crafts. And the people that do the crafts, they sell the crafts for a lot of money. I send them up New York State too. Every state they go to. And people will pay the $41 gross per pound. And what they'll do with that $41 the pound, which is 18 ounces, the order, it's 1 pound, 2 ounces. They'll turn it around and make products that they'll make $500 on that $41. Because some of these baskets, they're very intricate woven work. And they'll get $300, $400 for one basket. And 18 ounces could weave a bunch of baskets. Because the baskets are small. And they weave artwork into them. And they weave patterns into them. And they weave, people will weave these large mats that hang on the wall with images weaved into them. And it's almost like a painting. And they'll sell them for phenomenal, for large amounts of money. $400 or more. And they even make, with these, they make wreaths that hang on the door. And the wreaths will go anywhere from $30 to $50. And with the 18-ounce order, they can make 10 to 15 wreaths that hang on the door. They make a lot of different things with these. A lot of different home decor. I can't even name all the stuff that's made with these placemats, all kinds of stuff. But I know it's a big, you think it's a small market. And I thought it was too when I first got into it. But the reason I got into this was because I had Longleaf pine needles all over my front driveway, and it was a fire hazard, and I had to rake them off, and nobody would take them. I ended up burning them. And then I started looking into what I could do with them, and I found out I could sell them online. So I started picking them, washing them, packaging them, storing them, getting 20-pound and 50-pound stockpiles, and I started selling them. And the first year was very slow, a pound a week, possibly 2 if I was lucky. And then 5 years fast forward, 100 pounds a month. And I raised my prices. I had to keep raising my prices because of the mail. Everything went up. So look, guys, anybody could do this. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. If you're physically in pretty good shape, or, you know, you come out, look for a shaded area. Don't pick them out in the sun like I've been doing today. Look for a shaded area. And try to pick them in the morning. And try to pick them after a rainstorm. And after you pick them, what you want to do is you want to soak them in the sink with a shot glass of vinegar and a squirt of dish soap. And you want to push them up and down and agitate them. And then you want to put them in the secondary sink. And then what you want to do is you want to let them all dry out outside for like 24 hours. And once they dry out, what you want to do, you want to put a board on them so they don't blow away with the wind, you know, lengthwise. And you want to have them all like on some kind of rack or something, or shelf that you make outside. You can put them on. And when they dry out the next day, you want to get them and go out there with a little mini scale working with the battery. And put something on it. Put a little mini garbage can on it. Weigh them in the garbage can. Zero it out, and then weigh 8 ounces every time. And then bundle them. Tie them into bundles. And do 8 ounce or 1 ounce rolls. Or so I see people do 4 and 6 ounce rolls. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. See what they sell for and sell them. Put them up online and put a price on them and sell them. Put the length they are. Are they 15 inches? Do they range between 10 inches and 12 inches? What's the length of your longleaf pine needles? Put the length. Try to be pretty accurate with your length. And put the percentage. 90% of them are this length, or 50% are that length. However you do it. Sell them. People will buy them. It'll take a while to build a clientele. You'll be the new kid on the block. And I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I was the new kid on the block when I started. And once you get it going, if you could, you know, hang in there for a little bit, don't quit your day job, keep your day job, just do this on the side. Just do it on the side. If they fall out of a tree in your backyard, pick them and do like I say. Go out for an hour a day or something. Pick what you can. You'll get the feel of it. You'll get quicker at it. You'll learn how to do it. You'll learn how to grab a handful and slide it through one hand to the other. In the beginning, you'll be real slow. You'll be out there fumbling. It'll take you an hour to pick 8 ounces. But just do it. Just try it. Just practice. And once you get good at it and you get fast at it, you'll get fast. And when I say fast, it's not going to be like you're going to be going like a maniac. It'll just become natural, and it'll be easy. Almost like when you float on your back in the water and it's easy, you just float. It'll be like that. It'll be easy. Because believe me, guys, I'm older. I'm no young spring chicken. I'm retired, and I'm doing this, and I'm making extra money, and it's great. And yes, I pay taxes. And I write off, a big write-off. I have a lot of stuff I write off. So look, you could do this. You could sell these online. You could make money. It's easy to do. And not only this, guys, you could sell vintage books if you want. You can go out to thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army and other thrift stores, and you could look for books that are vintage books that somebody donated. Maybe the grandmother passed away and she had a book signed by Elvis Presley or something, and the book's worth $500, and the grandkids donated all the books because they just wanted to sell the house. And you walk in this Goodwill or something and flip through the books, and you see Elvis Presley signed the book, and you have an idea his signature's worth $200 or $300 or whatever it's worth. I have no idea. And then you look the book up and you see people are wanting to buy that book, and you put it up online on eBay or Bonanza Books or A-Books or the site I'm on, ETSY, and you sell the book. And you get $200-$300 for it, and you only paid $1 for it. Or if you bought it at Goodwill, you paid $2 or $3. But you make a lot of money, and it happens. And try to get books that are rare, collectible, first edition, first printings. Watch my videos, learn how I do it. I've been doing this for a while. I move 100 books a month. My books range, the prices are all over the board. The Pioneer is pretty solid with the numbers. $27 a pound, because I sell small orders that are 8 ounces. I sell 3.5 pound orders for less money. I sell 2 pound orders for less money. I sell 1 pound orders for more money. I sell 10 ounce orders for more money than the 1 pound orders. So that my prices are all over. But it's what the people need, what they want, what they could afford. Some people will buy a little 8 ounce or 10 ounce order from me to try me out. And then once they get that order and they see I'm good, they'll turn around and start buying 3 pound orders off me or 2 pound orders or whatever they go through a month. And that's how it works. And it's not hard to do. So look, guys, these don't grow in every zone. They grow in zones 7, 8, and 9. They grow from Virginia down to Florida, west as far as Texas, maybe possibly New Mexico. They grow in a lot of states west. I don't believe they grow in California. I don't believe they grow all over Texas. I don't believe they grow in the northern states. They only, if you look at the zone map in Google, zones 7, 8, 9, you'll see where they grow. They don't grow in all the states. And the states they do grow, like I'm here in South Carolina, they don't grow everywhere in the state. Some people have to drive 50 miles to find them, to pick them. So, you know, I'm fortunate. I haven't grown in my yard. And this recreational park here, the town burns them. They get rid of them. They have to clear the trails. So they have what they call controlled fires. And once these things hit a foot deep, they have to burn them. They become a fire hazard. And the same thing on the trails where people walk. Once they get like a 6 inches deep or something, the people can't walk. It's real hard to walk on them. And what they have to do is they have to rake them off the trails. And sometimes rather than rake them off the trails because they become a fire hazard, they'll rake up piles on the trails and then they'll burn the piles. And that way they're gone, the fire hazard's gone. And I read somewhere it is good to burn them because that's naturally happens. But the thing is, you gotta watch, the woods don't go on fire, and we don't have a town fire, and people's houses start burning. So they do burn these. They do get rid of them. They do dump them. Whatever they do, they don't let them accumulate. So look, if you come out here and pick up 2 or 3 pounds, and there's like 500 pounds on the ground in a little 10 foot by 10 foot area, don't feel like you're doing wrong, because you're not. And the park people, it's easy to get permission. And, you know, I don't know about the federal parks, but this ain't a federal park. This is a county, state, town park, so it's no problem. I've been doing this, like I said, for 5 years. I pick them here. I have other areas I go to. I get permission. And I pick them in my yard. I pick a lot in my yard. I have them grown in my backyard, my side yard, my front yard. But sometimes the yard gets depleted and I have to come out and pick them. Sometimes I get a dry spell and I have to come out to different areas. Right now I got a few pounds in front of the house. I can pick a few pounds. I picked a little bit in front of the house today, earlier. But, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And keep watching. Making Money with Gary. I hope I inspired you. Now look, guys. I'm originally from New Jersey. And I came off the road. My last job was driving a tractor trailer. And, I mean, I had a dozen jobs. I had a ton of jobs. I did a lot of different things. I had a mason business. I did HVAC, heating, air. I did a variety of different things over the years. And I made money. I had businesses, you know, small businesses. I worked for people. I worked for waste management. I worked for floor waxing. I did floor waxing. I had my own business. I had a lot of different businesses, did a lot of things over the years. And now I'm older, and you know, I'm limited to. I don't want to go out there and work anymore. Really, I'm an older guy, so I put my 40 plus years in working. So I'm here doing this, and this is work in itself. And I do it, and it pays my bills. It pays for my pets, my dogs and my cats to go to the vet. It pays my electric bill. It pays my gas bill. It pays my water bill. It pays for our cell phones. Pays for our cable TV. It pays for everything. So I'm satisfied. I'm doing good. When I first started with this, I was kind of struggling. When I first came off the road, I was struggling a little bit. I mean, because on the road, you know, driving a tractor trailer, I made good money. And then when I come off the road, you know, when that virus hit 5 years ago, and things were really tough. And I had to make money. I had to do something. I started selling stuff online. And I come out here and I found I could come out here and spend a couple hours picking. It's good exercise. And I could sell them. I could make money. And then I did it. And then I looked into books. I seen some guys selling books on there, and I started doing that. I was doing selling a lot of different things. I was selling auto parts for a pretty long time. And the thing is, guys kept coming in and lowering prices, and it got too hard with that. It just got too hard. So, you know, I was going to these bin stores and buying all these auto parts and stuff and doing all this stuff, and I had a ton of auto parts, and all of a sudden it started dying out, and I'm sitting there holding all this stuff. It's taking a lot of space up, and I got out of it. So, and the books took a while to get that going. And the pine needles too. Everything took a while, and now it's going. It's been going. I'm 5 years into it, and I'm happy. I'm paying my bills. I'm managing. I'm doing what I got to do. You know. So, all right, guys. Hope I inspired you. And you could do this too. Here in South Carolina. Over and out.